The real problem when striving for realism in your game is that if you don't nail it, the characters end up looking distractingly wrong. Reign of Reflections, an episodic cyberpunk PC game, suffers from this uncanny valley effect, which was disappointing given how competent the rest of the game is. In terms of Cyberpunk 2077 alternatives, it's a decent, budget-priced, short game purportedly in a series of at least 3 episodes set in the world. Unfortunately, it seems pretty likely the other 2 episodes, which you would have to buy separately, may have been abandoned. In reviewing the social media and website updates for the developer, they've definitely gone radio silent for a significant amount of time. However, particularly with the many hats some indie dev staff must wear, it's possible social media just hasn't been their recent priority. My priority? Reminding you to like, subscribe, and tell others about the channel. So what is Reign of Reflections? Think XCOM's turn-based approach to stealth and combat, hacking in the form of shape puzzles and physical glitch-esque momentum puzzles, and an infertile, dystopian cyberpunk setting. It's a bit difficult to assess the game given the episodic nature of the vision here. Spoiler alert, this episode doesn't resolve anything. No big surprise there, but in reviewing the descriptions of the upcoming episodes, it sounds like they may focus on other areas and characters within the world. Now, that's fine and everything, but given the fan fatigue that even major devs are experiencing with meandering storylines that may never be meaningfully resolved, the modern-day elements of Assassin's Creed come to mind, I'm skeptical that the next episodes will resolve anything with the reasonably deep story they seem to be developing. Honestly, this thing felt like a 3 to 4 hour demo of a much larger, more interesting game. Heck, the crescendo of the gameplay occurred more than 30 minutes before the unfulfilling conclusion. Now, confession time. Regardless whether you'd like to admit it, if you're interested in this game, it's likely you're intrigued by the pleather-wearing, masked, vaguely threatening characters featured in some of the materials. Some of the materials like, you know, the main logo and 3 of the 6 first images used to preview the game. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe some sort of introduction or explanation of who those characters are, why they are dressed so fancy. Is pleather comfortable in this universe? Are they into me? I certainly hope they're into me. I'm into them. Well, prepare to only see 2 of them in the game and to learn nothing about them other than that they may be bad. They've got a great clickbaitness to them that undoubtedly drew my attention to the game. No shame there. However, no real detail or closure on those characters, despite them being featured front and center in the episode artwork, is just disappointing. Nonetheless, for those looking for Cyberpunk 2077 alternatives, particularly those of us on a budget, the world and production value of Reign of Reflections may provide a fun few hours. There appears to be some replay value where you can lose a friendly character or choose combat over stealth in certain areas. Plus, the world really is interesting, and I hope future episodes, if any, focus on that at some point. Now, obviously there are caveats. First, the faces and character models were just real enough for their inaccuracies to be distractingly apparent. Next, the occluded vision based on character focus was a bit overdone in certain places. Sometimes I just wanted to see what was happening in the background. Also, the stealth and combat gameplay was much more fun for me than the hacking, but the hacking plays a much greater role in the narrative. Hilariously, I think this is another game that doesn't save your progress when you exit out. Now, to be fair, my computer wasn't connected to the internet when I played it, so perhaps there is some sort of online functionality for saving, but I don't get the impression this thing has that type of intricacy. Frankly, I'd wait for a sale. And if story is important to you, you'll want to wait to see whether the other episodes are still in the works. But you may end up having some fun with this.